Now, stocks had been higher for most of the morning, but they are lower for the week. In fact, fears that stocks would fall from the recent rally had investors running to the safety of defensive shares, including health-related stocks. But are there other reasons to own healthcare companies? Well, here to help us answer that question is Zara Burton. She's got a closer look at the industry for us. And Zara, a lot of attention on healthcare reform this week that we thought originally, last year may have been hurtful to these companies.
Exactly, and especially when we saw that since March 9th, the run-up in healthcare stocks has been nowhere near what other stocks have been doing. There's definitely a safety play going on here, since stocks that lag and which have defensive qualities can protect investors if stocks fall. But the real issue this week is this healthcare reform issue, and definitely in play as well. If you look at who won this week in terms of the insurers, this is in a week where we're about to get legislation. In fact, in just a few minutes, at about 1 o'clock, we're expecting this legislation. That could be the biggest threat in a long time for these insurers, squeezing the bottom line. Remember, this is essentially a public insurance alternative plan that could drive these private insurers out of business. And yet, look at Cigna, look at Coventry Healthcare, Aetna, WellPoint, Humana. They're all up 8% or more each. And the reason, there's a lot of indication that the government-run insurance plan will not get enough support from these Republicans, and that could reduce the threat to these insurers. Matt.
Hey, so does that mean healthcare will continue its gains?
All right, well, some analysts say, depending on the stock, look at Goldman Sachs, what they did today. They upped their price targets for Cigna and UnitedHealth, and they're saying that Cigna is going to rise to $31. It's now at about $25. UnitedHealth is going to go to $30. That's an increase of about 22% from these levels. And that's because they think investors are going to become more upbeat as this compromise bill is reached. Plus, operating results, they're not necessarily going to be affected this year as well. Valuations also very low, so a good entry point is what they're saying for these two individual stocks.
All right, Zara, thanks very much for the closer focus on that.